Welcome to our 2024 presidential election coverage. As you may have heard, both candidates Jon Ossoff and Nikki Haley have been expected to announce their running mates very soon. Jon Ossoff, more specifically, has revealed that he will announce who his running mate is in the coming week. And insiders on his campaign say that he's down to three choices: Beto O'Rourke of Texas, Kamala Harris of California, and Joe Kennedy III of Massachusetts. Out of Atlanta, Georgia, we have a major announcement. Kamala Harris will be Jon Ossoff's running mate. This is rather surprising, as she was the vice presidential nominee for the failed ticket of Joe Biden back in 2020. She was also Jon Ossoff's main competitor for the Democratic nomination in 2024, so it's not too surprising that he picks her. Harris will definitely boost minority support, and with her very high name recognition, he could definitely help Ossoff, who is not as well known as her. Out of Miami, Florida, we have another major announcement. Nikki Haley has announced that she will be picking Marco Rubio as her vice presidential pick. They appeared in a rally in Miami today. As you can see, this is a photo from that rally. And Rubio is expected to definitely boost support in that state. As you will see later, we have some initial polling data. Meanwhile, Haley and Rubio are definitely pretty close as politicians go. Rubio did run for president this year, and when he dropped out, he endorsed Nikki Haley. Haley also endorsed Rubio when he ran for president back in 2016. So this is a pretty interesting pick from her. Not too surprising though. And we have some more initial polling data out. As you can see, all the states over 1% are filled in. We have our safe states, so definitely a lot of states are expected to be safe. For example, Jon Ossoff is definitely doing well on the East Coast and the West Coast. And Nikki Haley is holding on to the Trump coalition in the Midwest. Other notable likely states include Colorado for Jon Ossoff. He's lost a tiny bit of support from Joe Biden's win there. Virginia, New Mexico. And also, Maine at large was likely in 2020 and is now going down to lean. Same thing with Minnesota and Nebraska second, and New Hampshire. Meanwhile, Nikki Haley is doing very well in South Carolina, which is her home state, a likely state back in 2020. And she's holding on to the Trump coalition in Ohio and Iowa. Alaska is still likely, and Texas has gone down to around 4%, which is pretty good for Jon Ossoff. Meanwhile, Florida is around 3%, and it could even go up to 4% at some points in our polling data. So Marco Rubio is definitely helping Nikki Haley there. As you can see, we have several states amounting to 93 electoral votes that are currently under 1% and considered the pure toss-up states. Arizona, Georgia, North Carolina, and Nevada, Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania. So let's analyze these a little bit. Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania have been the three essentially biggest swing states for the past two election cycles back in 2016 and 2020. Jon Ossoff will definitely have to boost his support in Wisconsin, a state that Donald Trump had flipped from the Democratic column in 2016 and held on to in 2020, which is pretty much the reason why Joe Biden lost back in that election. Michigan was a pretty big Biden state, around 2%, but Ossoff has lost a decent amount of support with the blue-collar voters. Meanwhile, Nikki Haley isn't exactly picking them up, but they're choosing her in larger numbers over Ossoff. Pennsylvania, both Ossoff's suburban support and Kamala Harris's minority support could definitely favor the Ossoff-Harris ticket. In Arizona, another state that Biden narrowly lost, Ossoff did not win the state in the Democratic primary. Meanwhile, Kamala Harris did. This could show support potentially in the state. Meanwhile, Nevada, another pretty reliably Democratic swing state, currently pretty close, but we can expect the margin for Democrats to grow. Meanwhile, Georgia is Ossoff's home state, so it wouldn't be too surprising if he wins it. North Carolina as well, definitely a difficult state for Democrats to win, but they'll be campaigning there often. Jon Ossoff has definitely done very, very well with fundraising compared to Nikki Haley, as that is one of his strengths as a candidate. Now, I have another form for you all to fill out. Thank you to everyone who voted for the VP picks. Those were the ones I chose. Kamala Harris got the most votes, but O'Rourke got second. Marco Rubio got first for the GOP, and Ted Cruz actually got second, which was interesting because after a large amount of responses came in, his numbers shot up quite a bit, which is I found very interesting. Anyway, I have another form. It'll be the approval ratings for the candidates themselves. So for Jon Ossoff and Nikki Haley and their running mates, Kamala Harris and Marco Rubio. So fill them out pretty honestly. And we also have some state polls for the initial predictions we'll have at the beginning of the election night video. So the link will be in the pinned comment, and hopefully I'll do it soon enough, and I won't be several minutes where it's not there. But anyway, yeah, thank you all for watching, and as you can see here on the left, you'll see the playlist of all these videos. You can essentially rather binge this rather small series, but if you want to do that. And you can also subscribe to my channel. That would mean a lot to me. I'm trying to get to 200 subs, hopefully by the end of the week. That'd be really great. And thank you everyone for getting me to 190 anyway. So yeah, thank you all for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video, and a comment. Tell me what you think of it. Subscribe, as I mentioned earlier, for more content such as this. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time.